There we go. So I had all these grand plans to go by my old apartment because my roommates are gone till Thursday, I think, visiting their family in Illinois, my older roommates, before I lived here. And so I was gonna go over to the apartment, seclude, you know, be by myself and get a whole bunch of stuff done, do this video there where there wouldn't be any interruptions. I could talk at a normal level. But they changed the gate code, apparently. They've been doing all these renovations on the apartment. It was actually supposed to happen like months ago, and it didn't. But it happened now, so I couldn't get in. I look like an idiot, but whatever. So I'm doing this now. Kicking it back to 1998 with this sweet flannel, not buttoned. That's what makes it 1998. Be even more so if I didn't roll the sleeves, but let's face it, it's Texas, and it's like heat index of 104, and it's not even summer. What are you gonna do? So, really excited. I was going to talk about this yesterday, but I didn't get a free chance. I have this friend, and she lives in Idaho, and I call her my name twin because we have the exact same name, and my name is spelled funny, so the odds are a lot smaller. But we're both Emily Ayers with 2 E's, and so this is her. Wait, yay, and her new puppy! Well, her boyfriend's new puppy. And see, same name. Wait for it. Emily. That's her Instagram. Anyways, she texted me yesterday, and well, she had asked me about her boyfriend's family, like, lives in Mexico, and so they're having their family reunion. And she asked how far we were from Laredo, and I told her about 4 hours, you know, whatever, because it was cheaper for her to fly to here, or to San Antonio, or whatever, than to Laredo, because Laredo's crazy, let's not lie. And, so, she asked me if I could pick him up and take him, and pay for gas, whatever, make it sound good for my mom. So, we, talked about it or whatever, so she called me yesterday, or I called her, I was at work, so I called her when I could, and she asked me if it was feasible to drive to San Antonio, which is like 2 hours away. It's really no big deal, and especially if it's cheaper than do San Antonio, you know, especially from Idaho. I flew out of San Antonio when I went to Idaho, before I knew her, sadly. It was like this summer. I think she added me on Facebook like 2 weeks after I got back from Idaho. I was shooting a wedding for a really good friend of mine, and because I remember thinking, did I meet an Emily? I'm sure I would have remembered that. And she had actually just moved there, so it's just really ironic. Well, we've never met. Like, that was 2 years ago. We've never met. So, we freaked out at this possibility. So, she calls me yesterday, tells me, hey, pick me up from San Antonio, be me and Jonathan, her boyfriend, who's awesome. And, it'll be on a Thursday night. I was like, well, I can't leave until after work, so we'll get in like 6. I can leave work at 4:30. Probably be there like 30 minutes difference. Whatever. Cool. So, she's like, is it okay if we like stay with you and then you take us to Laredo on Friday? I'm like, yeah, sure, it's fine. She's like, whoever can come with us, if your mom's freaking out. I've done more riskier things, let's be real. So I was like all pumped, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, I get to see you for like 5 hours and it's gonna be great. And so she books it, all this other stuff. Well, then she books it, and she hears from his family that they won't be able to pick them up because they're driving from wherever they are in Mexico. I don't remember. It starts with an M, but I don't remember. To Laredo to pick up all the family, like in this little Mexico caravan type thing. And so she said that they just found out that they don't have to. They're not picking them up till Saturday. So she already booked everything for Thursday. So I'm getting them on Thursday, but we have all of Friday together. I'm freaking out. Okay, so, I have this theory that friends that you meet online can sometimes be better friends than any you meet in person. I mean, you can meet some real creepers online, so you don't want to be like, hey, you're cool, let's be BFFs and meet tomorrow. You know, no, it's risky. But, this friendship really, I itch my nose a lot, sorry. Anyways, this friendship really, it's really special because our whole lives we grew up with this name that's different, and I don't know, you don't meet Emily's with 2 E's. I mean, I've met one, she's a real sweetheart, met her at camp, I was an intern, I think she was a camper with a friend of mine who was also an intern. her name's Emily. She lives in Tennessee now because her sister sings. And so I've like met a couple Emilys. I met one in a speech tournament once. Her last name started with a W, but I cannot remember it for the life of me, which is sad because she was a real sweetheart. They've always been real nice. What can I say? But I've never met another Emily Ayers. So that is just really ironic that there would be another Emily with 2 E's. Apparently there's a few more out there, but they're not nearly as cool, clearly. So the fact that she adds me on Facebook, I'm like, she seems harmless. We had a few things in common, whatever, according to her creepable stuff on Facebook. So I add her, and then I don't think we even started like conversing or anything until like October, so it was like 6 months. Yeah, it's 4 months, whatever. I'm not good at math. So like 4 months later, we start commenting on each other's stuff or whatever, and then we start talking randomly, and then eventually started texting back and forth, and then Snapchat and Instagram and everything else. Social media is crazy. And got to be really good friends, and then realized that we are like spitting images down to like people that have screwed us are identical stories, or they have the same name, or something absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. So needless to say, she's become one of my greatest friends. I do have a couple really good friends here. Most of them are younger than me, and if they're not younger than me, they're probably married. And I don't mean like 2 years younger than me, I mean like almost 10 years younger than me. Or 11 years, some of them are 11 years younger. I still hang out with them, they're cool. Age really isn't anything, it's more of a mindset. I mean, if you are among the very young at heart, the song doesn't lie, but yeah, it's real cool. So I really like my friends here, but there's just something different about Emily, and so to get to actually meet her, it's freaking crazy. It's like being friends with the voice inside your head. Hold on. Okay, Mom's at the computer again. One day my house will be done. They got a lot done today, so the roof's almost done. But anyways, Emily and Jonathan bought me this ring, and it's kind of to help remind me that like, just a reminder that God is good, that He hasn't forgotten about me, that I'm loved and I'm wanted. And just like really encouraging thing if I'm ever sad, or if I'm ever just, because I'm super introvert and people don't realize that, because I can be extroverted and I love people, I do, but I'm very choosy on who I spend my time with, especially knowing how valuable time is, because I've had so many friends to die, which, I mean, I freaked out my counselor, let's be real. She was shocked. She was shocked by how many friends I had to die, and how many near-death experiences I had. I guess you can't see my hands. I can really look really close to my face. Anyways, so they gave me this ring. This one. Okay. Oh. Yeah. And Emily has the exact same one. And ironically, I picked the same kind of gold, or whatever, metal it's made out of. Because I guess silver is not a gold. You know what I mean. And then we actually wear it on the same finger, on the same hand, which we didn't realize. Until I posted a picture and she just laughed about it. Or I think I sent her a snap or something. Anyways, her and Jonathan bought it for me, which is a big deal to me because I kind of get forgotten about. Not all the time. I have great friends. My family's wonderful. People remember me, people are really sweet, whatever, but to have something like this and completely not expect it, and just out of the kindness of their heart because they love me, that meant a lot to me. And it came at a perfect time, and it really has helped me learn and kind of grow a lot, to not rely on people, ironically, because it's from people, but whatever. So needless to say, I am pumped that they're coming down. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to introduce them to Whataburger, because it would be an injustice if I didn't, considering we'll be in Corpus Christi, which is where I'm around from, kind of. We still live there. And yeah, so I'm really pumped, and it's gonna be great. And yes, okay, so that's probably all I'm gonna say today. I'll post again eventually. I've got recital rehearsals the next 2 days, and recital on Saturday, so I don't know what my life will be like. And I'm supposed to be editing pictures. Sometimes I look at you, sometimes I don't. Still getting used to this. That's okay. Okay, so I'll see you later.